And welcome back from the break. We are here now. This is the final stages of the Grace Master of Taste Cook-Off competition, the junior cook-off competition. And we're in this lovely kitchen of this Arthur Lewis Community College. And we have just seen some exciting moments of cooking, half an hour of really excruciating stuff from this team here. So here we are. We've got Brad and Kezian, and they're going to now tell us what they have done with their mystery basket. So, Brad?
And since we didn't did our best in the appetizer, we decided to do the best meal tree. And in front of you have Caribbean hook, roasted duck breast, soaked with spinach pasta, and regular potatoes. And the sauce is a buttermilk cooking.
Very good.
Well, judges, let me have your impressions.
Yeah, from the look of things, they were a lot more comfortable. And they have listened to us earlier when we said season and stuff. I even noticed down to whenever you present a meal, the protein must be to the customer. I can see where they have turned it around and doing that. The plate is still warm. The colors are vibrant. The sauce has a nice gloss, translucency, viscosity, pastry. It looks real nice. And I can see where the garnish is not overpoured. So they did listen. I must tell you that I'm very impressed with 30 minutes from students coming up with some creation like this. Is very good.
Well, this guy actually cooks in a hotel, and he runs about 7 or 8 kitchens. So if he tells you that you're good, then you're really, really good. Okay, Lathan, you tell us, what are your impressions?
I must say I'm truly impressed. I mean, there was a complete transformation from what we saw earlier. I mean, they came out with a purpose, and there was this vibrancy, but it was in a very controlled and collected kind of way. They put their heads down to it, and while they weren't talking a lot between each other, you could see they understood among themselves exactly what they were doing. And I mean, I'm just blown away by the presentation, given the limited time you had. You seemed very controlled and had it all organized, and I'm very anxious to get my teeth into it now.
Mystery baskets as well. Now, I think you guys will have to taste. And let
Don't let us down with that taste.
If this is as good as it looks, do you think it will be as good as it looks?
Sure.
Yeah? You sure? I can bet. You can bet me money. Are you sure? Okay.
I'm very sure.
Brad, are you as confident as she is that this is going to be as exciting on the taste buds as it is on the eyes? Brad? You think this is going to be wonderful? The judges are actually having fun. It looks like Valmo Brown, his face looks very pleasing. He looks like he's having fun, and so is Terrell, and Lathan kind of smiling as well. But let's just not take these smiles for granted, because we never know with these judges, you know. I think the judges are ready now. Lathan is still eating. He doesn't want to stop, so that tells you that they are very impressed about your creations. Let's see Valmo Brown. He is the executive chef at Sandals La Toc. Valmo?
Yeah, I must say, this is just bursting with flavor. It's just unbelievable.
Bursting with flavor?
My duck is a little overcooked at the end of it, but the flavor is very balanced. I like the way they use the guava jelly, because duck normally gets a sweet flavor as a sauce. And I like the way they incorporate the guava jelly with that. It's not too sweet. This meal is very, very balanced. The salt content is under control. The presentation is good. The plate was warm. The vegetable is very crispy al dente. The macaroni is not overcooked and soggy. I mean, it's just right. I mean, I'm very impressed with this. This is very good.
Let's hear what Lathan Khan has to say.
I have to compliment them again, because the taste and the flavor is just wonderful. I don't normally have duck, and usually when I do it, it's the crispy duck. It's the first in many, many years I'm having duck done like this, but it had a very unusual and interesting taste. I like this slight sweetness that was in it. I love broccoli, and that broccoli is kicking. I really would like to get some of that broccoli. I'm totally satisfied. The salt level was perfect for me. Everything about it was lovely. You guys gonna get really good jobs.
I think that mystery in there was the Grace. The Grace, yes. I think it was the Grace flavor, would you say? Yeah. All of the ingredients were from Grace, right? Grace Foods. Okay, Agnes.
For me, I found everything they had a unique taste, and yet it was okay on the palate. I liked the fact that the broccoli was there was a lot of garlic in there. This had a lot of coconut flavor in there, and the duck was very, very delicious. So the fact that there was uniqueness in everything, yet it was able to, so it's palatable, is what I commend you on. Good job, good job.
All right, let's get a big hand for Team Yellow. Fantastic work, absolutely fantastic. And we're going to have Team Blue now to come up. Okay, so Blue number 2, it's your turn now to face the judges and face the music. How was that? How was that for you guys?
Nerve-wracking because the mystery items was like, first time seeing this. I was not expecting it. Pumpkin soup.
Oh.
I was blown away by that.
Well, let's see what the judges think by your creation.
What you have in front of you is a pan-seared roasted duck, and you have
heavy cream macaroni pasta, along with a little salad. Well, we tried, or bell peppers. Yeah, the macaroni pasta has Parmesan cheese, cheddar, and some of the pumpkin mix.
Yeah. The beef was the meat sauce. We used the chip sauce in the meat, a little oregano, and
soy, and cumin.
Just
all right. Well, let's see what Lathan Khan thinks.
Okay, these guys, you started out with such energy, and you were working very briskly, but not very efficiently. I mean, not enough was being achieved during the first 10 minutes, and you were, constantly back and forth from the stove, but I didn't see much being done.
Since that is very easy to overcook, the plan was to cook it in the last few minutes. So I was smoking the pasta and smoking the big sugar, but at the end it turned out great.
Okay. Yeah, I think there needed to be a little bit more control in how you coordinated the various things you were doing. I'm a little disappointed in the portion for an entree. It reminds me more of an appetizer. But what's really important is the flavor and the taste. But good effort.
Okay, impressions from Agnes?
Just briefly, when you were preparing the duck, the smell was delicious. So despite what everybody says, and the presentation, the look of that duck, it's that nice pink look, it's really good. I liked when you did that big flambe and the drama. So there's a lot of good in what you did today. So I think the taste will tell as well, because I'm sure that wine with the duck will taste good.
Well, taste will tell in cooking. Okay, so the judges are going to taste, and you and I are going to have a nice little chat. Okay, so let them taste, and they will come back to us and let us know how you did in terms of flavor. Now, at what point did you guys decide what you're going to do? Because we heard one of the judges say you didn't have a plan.
Well, we always knew we were going to do the set duck, but we was just a bit taken aback by some of the ingredients in
the pumpkin mix, definitely.
Oh, the pumpkin mix, you've never dealt with that kind of stuff before. So the mystery basket was indeed a mystery.
Yes,
it was definitely.
I think the chef, he's always ready to go because he's obviously been in this for a long, long time. Okay, so let's, he's been in some cook-offs himself. What are your impressions about the taste, Valma Brown?
The macaron is interesting with the pumpkin. It's a nice touch, very different. The flavor is good. The skin of the duck should be crispy. Duck has a lot of fat, and you normally cook the duck 95% on that skin side to make sure it's nice and crispy when you flip it on the other side, and the other 5% is done and you serve it nice and medium rare or medium. Like I said earlier, the portion size is very small. And the peppers, you could have given me a better looking vegetables. Overall, I think you guys have a lot of potential, and just need to take it more seriously.
Let's hear what Terrell thinks. You are a money man. Tell us, would you pay, based on what you've just tasted, would you pay big money for what you've just had?
I mean, it's not a fair question, yeah, for me to answer that. Yeah? I think some of my colleagues at home would be itching to hear me speak about that. So I reserve judgment on that. But in terms of the flavor, the macaroni, the taste is really nice. The only issue I had with it actually is it seemed a little underdone. The macaroni wasn't cooked properly. But the flavor was really nice. I also really enjoyed your sauce. I think the red wine, I could get the flavor of the red wine and the guava in there. It was just really nice for me. With the duck, I found the duck was a little underdone. So that was the other drawback. But I mean, overall, the flavors are there.
Okay, well, we've heard from the judges. We've heard their perspective on the taste, on the quality, on the flavor, on the presentation. And now we will take a break. But when we come back, the judges will tell us who will go on to the next round. Remember, the top prize is a trip to Jamaica, where they're going to be doing an internship at Sandals Resorts. And then the second place team also gets some laptop computers. And then there are other exciting programs in this competition as well. We will know exactly who will go on to the next round when we come back after this break.